So a few days ago, I showed you guys Juan Soto's baby brother and the fact that he was signing with the Nationals at just 15 years old. Well, another superstar, Ronald Acuña Jr., also has a few siblings on the way. First off, we have Luis Angel, and everyone knows about him, but I didn't know there was a 16-year-old by the name of Brian. Look at his swing right now. We're going to talk about him in just a moment because he just signed with a major league team. Again, he's only 16 years old. But what's going on, everyone? It's Fuzzy. Welcome back to yet another MLB recap. I'm sorry that I have not been posting much as of late, but because the owners and Robert Manfred decided to lock out the players, there's not really much to talk about. But today is a different story. There's actually a breaking news story. Major League Baseball rejected the Rays' idea and their proposal of splitting their games between Tropicana Field and Montreal. When this first surfaced a few months ago on Twitter, I thought to myself, why would Tampa Bay Rays players want to travel across the country, go through customs every single time they have to play in Montreal, and then go all the way back and they split home games? The only reasoning behind this is the fact that Tropicana Field is so horrific. From what I've been told, I know a lot of Rays fans, they don't go to games because of how bad traffic gets. Now, I've been to a few Dodgers games, and their traffic is awful as well. But the idea that the Rays stadium is so poorly just set up that they would have to split their time in a stadium halfway across the country doesn't make any sense. So Major League Baseball said, no, once your contract expires, you should probably just build a new stadium in Tampa Bay, give the fans what they want. I mean, they don't even play in Tampa Bay in their current location. You pretty much have to cross a bridge to get there. I mean, Tommy Pham once upon a time famously said that he hates playing for the Rays because it feels like he's playing in front of a non-existent fan base, which I'm sure is not fun. And again, from what I've been told, Tropicana Field, not only do they not draw the fans, it's because of how awful the stadium is, both in terms of traffic, concessions, the way that the dome is set up. A lot of people just do not like going there. So let me know in the comment section down below, what do you make of Major League Baseball rejecting the Rays' idea of splitting home games between the current location as well as Montreal? I'm sure a lot of Canadian fans are kind of bummed because Montreal deserves a baseball team, but that's a different story for a different day. Moving on over to ex-MLB reporter Ken Rosenthal. He called out the owners and Mr. Lob Manfred. He put out an article stating that currently, as it sits right now, this is not a two-sided issue. This is not the players' fault. This is solely on the owner's fault. He said, this is not at the moment a both sides discussion. The owners need to acknowledge that the game's economic landscape has tilted too far in their direction and that the sport's competitive integrity has been compromised by teams refusing to invest in their products. Manfred initiated the lockout, then rightly, I've never seen this word before, pilloried? How do you say that? For calling it defensive and saying it was intended to jumpstart the negotiation, when in reality, 43 days would pass before the league presented the union with an offer on core economic issues. So that right there is my exact summation of how the offseason has gone. I fully am putting the blame on the owners right now, and I'm just going to stick with that because no one goes to watch the owner of the A's do his thing. We go to watch Matt Chapman make sick plays and Matt Olson hit 500-foot home runs to center field. So I'm just not on the owner's side. Billionaires fighting over little petty rules. I'm going to go ahead and side with the players on this one. Moving on over to another story. Carlos Correa, Jonathan India, and Dylan Cease have abandoned their former agencies, and they have signed with the superstar free agent Scott Boras, pretty much the Mike Trout of agents in sports. And he is going to take care of the negotiations going forward. And back in 2019, Mr. Boras had $1 billion in free agency contracts signed, so he knows what he's doing. And back in 2012, Jeff Passan, who was on the channel a lot in terms of tweets and breaking stories, he tweeted that Scott Boras could sell a penny for $50, so he is going to get the job done. And just to recap those three guys, Carlos Correa, he is reaching out to Scott Boras because he wants $350+ million. That's my assumption. And does that mean that he is now no longer in contention to be the Yankees starting shortstop? That could be a thing because the Yankees, they have to give money to Garrett Cole, Giancarlo Stanton. They have to save money for Aaron Judge. Jonathan India, India, he is coming off a season in which he won Rookie of the Year, so he is going to want to get paid pretty soon, and he's understanding that the arbitration rules and the service time, it's about to all get changed, so he wants to make sure that he has the proper management now before he's able to get paid sooner, because that's kind of the main core issue in terms of the Players Association and the owners. And then also Dylan Cease, he led Major League Baseball, or he was tied in the American League with games started. He led the American League in strikeouts per 9 innings after being horrible in his first 2 seasons. So it looks like the White Sox have a young budding star, and I'm just really excited for these guys to get paid because they've earned it. All right, let's go ahead and talk about Ronald Acuna Jr. 2.0 or 3.0, because Luis Angel, the 19-year-old, looks just like his older brother Ronald. I mean, the swing is a little bit more aggressive, the leg kick is a little bit higher, but the 16-year-old Brian looks exactly like a big leaguer. He is playing the part already, and he has just signed with the Minnesota Twins, which is terrifying for me because I'm a Cleveland fan. You guys can see the Guardians hat. If there is a mini Ronald Acuna Jr. out there and we're gonna have to deal with him for the next decade, I mean, it's gonna be a lot of fun to watch him play, but he is going to be a thorn in my side, even if he's 80% of his older brother, even if he's 50% of Ronald Acuna Jr. That's how good Ronald is. A superstar, once-in-a-lifetime talent that is a true 5-tool athlete. He's got the contact, the power, the glove is coming along, he's got a rocket arm, and he is just lightning quick. And I just really think that the game of baseball can be in such great hands as long as the owners can come to an agreement with the players who aren't asking for a huge change. They just want to be able to have their young players get called up and get paid sooner. And if free agency goes from 6 years to 5 years, I don't think that's a huge deal. And again, the owners, their biggest thing right now is they want to have expanded playoffs. So hopefully this gets done. Right now I'm recording this January 20th, 2022. I'm hoping that they meet up in the next few days. A second proposal is given, and it's probably going to get rejected. I'm thinking it's going to take 3 or 4 attempts, but if they get it done before the Super Bowl, then bring out the confetti, bring out the celebration. Baseball is back. Do it that way. And yeah, just kind of a gloomy era of baseball. Being a fan of our beautiful game is kind of boring right now, and just no one's really paying attention, so hopefully it gets done soon enough. Now, to end today's video, we talked about Jonathan India real quick in today's video, and to end it, I want to go ahead and show this really amazing clip of him following a fan on Instagram. He met him at I think it was a Bengals game or rally. So this kid, unfortunately, he is not able to play baseball because he has autism, and Jonathan India, he just wanted to make his day, so he followed him on Instagram. He's gonna get him tickets, and it made me smile. So I wanted to go ahead and end it with a good note, because there hasn't been much of that lately in the game of baseball. So stay safe out there, guys, and enjoy.
Yeah.
Listen.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Are you serious? No way. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. I just got it today. Yeah, I left today at like 3 in the morning. I wasn't even supposed to go, like I didn't get tickets in time, and then Dylan was kind enough to buy them for me, and I'm just here and I'm just extremely thankful, and to be able to meet, I'm just so, my excitement's over the top right now. Dylan! Thank you so much.